Hey, what's up fellas? We're back in another video. So today I spent the day with my girlfriend and I got to thinking about a topic that doesn't usually come to mind almost ever to anybody, right? I'm talking about the sense of addiction that takes hold of you when you play video games. I know for a fact a lot of people aren't going to know what I'm talking about because they've never thought about it, or if they grew up and haven't felt it as often or as strong as when they were young. So, to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, try to remember when you were in grade school, right? That feeling you got when the day was almost over and you got to go home to play on your Xbox 360, PlayStation, Nintendo, whatever console of choice it was, right? And finally turning it on just to play your favorite game with some friends. It was like an anxious feeling to finally hop on and just let go of the entire day and like everything else in the world. And like I said, I'm sure very few people know what I'm talking about, and most people would say I'm talking out of my ass, but that feeling single-handedly drove me through my entire early years. I remember specifically December 2012, right after I got out of school for winter break. Uh, Jesus, what was it? I was so excited to get home and play for the entire break. I remember putting on my wish list that I wanted Halo 3 or ODST or Borderlands 2 for Christmas. And I was so excited for Christmas morning to come around just so I could hop on in my brand new game and play it for hours. Anyways, Christmas rolls around. I didn't get either game and I was just so disappointed. Of course, I was still appreciative of whatever my parents got me, which I still to this day cannot remember what they got me. And I would never be unhappy with what I got. But then my dad decided to bring me shopping at Winn-Dixie, which is crazy now that they're called Fresco y Mas. But yeah, when I got there, I saw a red box. For those of you who are too young or have never seen a red box before, it's basically a vending machine with a touchscreen on it, where you could rent or buy DVDs and games to return once you finish with them, right? Anyways, he said to me, "Do you want to rent a video game until we can buy it?" And my face lit up. I mean, I was never happier to get a game in my life. And I'm sure someone out there understood that same feeling I got when I was a kid. But I don't know if it's just me, but I have not felt that same feeling in a long time. The last time I can recall having that feeling was like right after I finished boot camp. My mom brought me my laptop, and right before I left to boot camp, I had installed Fallout New Vegas. And before you start saying anything, I know it came out just a little more than a decade ago, but I had just installed it after owning it for years, and I had just started a playthrough right before leaving. So one of my most treasured memories was getting to the hotel right off post, hooking my laptop up to play New Vegas for the first time in a while. So seeing as that was the last time I felt like that, I can for sure say that these new games that have been coming out just don't catch my attention anymore. Or at the very least, people like me have grown up and just have too little time or too much responsibility to really be excited for a game anymore. Because at the end of the day, it's just a game. I would love to be excited for a game again, which I've been thinking, and the reason I don't get excited anymore is because of the broken promises and unpolished games that developers have been releasing. I mean, it's a cycle of getting excited just to be let down year after year. So for now, the only thing that has me excited now is the new Counter-Strike update. And the Counter-Strike update genuinely has me excited because in my head, there's no possible way they can mess up a graphic overhaul. I mean, the game has not had a graphics rework this big ever. I remember when the panoramic update came out, I was impressed. Same thing when they reworked the player models. And now because of that, I thought about the couple of times, games like Modern Warfare have been remastered, and I find that they've done a pretty good job at it. Modern Warfare Remastered, amazing game, 10 out of 10. And I wasn't even excited for that game, partially because it was bundled with Infinite Warfare, which, caught me off guard because the entirety of the game had been done so well. Same thing goes with Modern Warfare Campaign 2 Remastered. And now, with the H2 mod making Special Ops, the game mode, work, it brings back a lot of old memories of my childhood. So, it made me wonder why Activision hasn't remastered a game like World at War or Black Ops, because those have always been my favorite Call of Duty games. And I'm sure Black Ops has a lot of gamers' hearts. And now at the time, I'm sure we took those Black Ops lobbies with friends for granted, but looking back at all the fun we had when we were kids really drives me to find that feeling again. What I wouldn't do to travel back in time when I was a kid sitting in my parents' apartment in the middle of the living room playing Black Ops Zombies with the boys. I mean, it was just a hell of a time. And anyways, I just felt like talking about this because I was playing Black Ops multiplayer to record gameplay for my last video, and I just got nostalgic because I was actually having fun. I haven't had actual fun in a Call of Duty game in ages, and it just again reminded me of the old time, and I genuinely felt like I wanted to play more. The arcade of Black Ops, like the arcade feel of Black Ops, is just unrivaled by any other Call of Duty. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love me some Modern Warfare nostalgia too, but like I said, I really grew up on Black Ops, and I just wish they would remaster it so I can experience, the feeling of winning wager matches again after betting all my COD points and shit talk all the other people that lost. You know, to me, Black Ops is a game that is unrivaled by any. Black Ops is my game. If anything, I would have one day have a community of friends big enough, or even viewers that would join me to play party matches on Black Ops again. One of my most fondest memories of gaming have been on that game. I mean, Black Ops was just one of those games that kept its players coming back for more. The general sense of accomplishment you got from the leveling and progression system from multiplayer was just insane. And it must be one of the biggest reasons, as to why it's my favorite game of all time. Anyways, I was just feeling really nostalgic. I haven't felt like playing a modern Call of Duty game recently, in favor of just switching up the type of games I play. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Oh my god, I am stuttering today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.